The PGA Tour has come to Northeast Ohio. Round one of the Bridgestone Invitational teed off today on Firestone's South Course. Jordan Spieth came in as one of the favorites. He wasn't awful in the first round, but would have liked to do better. Birdie on 18 there got him to even par, tied for 22nd place. Jim Furyk has a share of the lead going in. He actually had 18, he did, but he bogeyed that hole and fell into second place. Tied there with Graham McDowell. They're both one stroke back of the leader. Danny Lee, the Aussie, rode 7 birdies to a 5-under heading into tomorrow's second round. The Cavaliers, remember that last year? The shoes were a story. The PGA Tour has come to Northeast Ohio. Round one of the Bridgestone Invitational teed off today on Firestone's South Course. Jordan Spieth came in as one of the favorites. He wasn't awful in the first round, but would have liked to do better. Birdie on 18 would get him to even par, tied for 22nd place. Jim Furyk actually had a share of the lead going into 18, but a bogey on that hole would drop him into second place in a tie with Graham McDowell. They are both one stroke back of the leader. Danny Lee, the Aussie, rode 7 birdies to a 5-under today, heading into tomorrow's second round.
Yes, live here at Firestone Country Club, the Bridgestone Invitational, where one of the biggest names in golf has surged ahead. Also, the Tribe makes a deal today that makes everybody happy. And we're going back to Mark Schwab live in Columbus for an update on the brown and orange scrimmage when we come back.
This is the Serpentini Chevrolet Sports Report on 19 Action News.
All right, Tony Zarella back here live at Firestone Country Club. Round 2 of the Bridgestone Invitational is just about a wrap, and I'll talk golf in just a second. I got to start with the Tribe. They have done the impossible. They have gotten out from under the contracts of Nick Swisher and Michael Bourne, sending both to the Atlanta Braves for infielder Chris Johnson. Both players, as you know, major disappointments in signing their big deals a couple of years ago, so everybody wants to know about the money. Well, the Tribe is out from under the $29 million they owe both collectively next season, but they also have to eat Johnson's contract over the next 2 years, and they send $10 million to the Braves. So the short answer is, when all is said and done, the Indians will save about $9 million, and they can move on from those epically bad contracts. Tribe fans rejoicing in the streets tonight. Browns fans headed south, as you know, to Columbus. Mark Schwab is on hand. The brown and orange scrimmage underway. Schwabi, what's going on?
Well, we've already had one drive from each quarterback. Josh McCown threw a touchdown pass to not Gary Barnett. He threw a 47-yard pass to Gary Barnett and then followed that up with a touchdown pass to Brian Hartline, who scored here in the shoe, something he has done before. Johnny Manziel then took over. He threw a deep ball. That was incomplete. His offense just punted, and the ball has gone back to McCown's squad, and we'll find out how they do. And, of course, Tony, I'll be back at 10 and 11 with lots of highlights and reaction here from the brown and orange scrimmage. Live in Columbus, Mark Schwab, 19 Action News.
Great stuff, Schwabi. Thank you very much. Now let's talk about the Bridgestone Invitational. Jim Furyk, as you may know, loves this course. Made a great run a few years ago before falling to Keegan Bradley down the stretch. Well, Furyk is out of the gate and at it again with a huge day today. 4-under yesterday, 4-under again today, thanks to this, in part, 27-foot birdie on number 7. Now, he's being chased hard by many, including Shane Lowry, who is right behind him. Lowry 4-under on the day as well, so he's 4 off of the lead, which again belongs to Jim Furyk as they head into the weekend for rounds 3 and 4 as seen on CBS 19. Much more on all of this tonight on the Sports Extra and at 11 o'clock. In the meantime, 19 Action News at 6 continues right after this break. Bridgestone Invitational. Gorgeous out there. Beth McLeod, you did your job. Thank you very, very much. I was out there. It was awesome. Jim Furyk was loving it. Remember 3 years ago, Furyk led wire to wire until 18 on Sunday and let it slip away? Well, he was on today. He wants that Bridgestone title. This from 27 feet out. And Jim Furyk would put a 66 on his card. That's 4-under for the day. He jumps atop the board by 4 strokes. He's at 8 under par heading into the weekend. But a few guys right behind him, Shane Lowry, who is dropping putts of his own. He's 4-under. Bubba Watson's 4-under. Dustin Johnson's 4-under. So as they go into the weekend, round 3, and you will catch that on CBS 19 over the weekend, it is Jim Furyk's to lose. He's atop the board at 8 under par. That's it. Bridgestone, Jim Furyk at it again. Chipping in on 5 to drop to 7 under. Remember, 3 years ago, he led wire to wire before losing it on 18. I'm rooting for this guy. That's from 27 feet out. He is 8 under par, 4 up on Dustin Johnson, Bubba Watson, and Shane Lowry. You can catch rounds 3 and 4 right here on CBS 19. Go ahead, let me have it.
I thought you had...
Down in Akron, round 3 of the Bridgestone Invitational played out at Firestone, and it is tight at the top of the leaderboard. Jim Furyk started the day in first place, and he did enough to hold on to it at 1 under for the round. That's got him at 9 under for the tournament, but he has company there. Justin Rose shot a 7 under for the day. He has caught Furyk, both at 9 under, a 2-stroke advantage heading into tomorrow's final round. In Akron, round 3 of the Bridgestone Invitational played out today on the South Course at Firestone, and this is tight right at the top. Jim Furyk started the day in first place, and he is still there. Barely. He 1 under for the round, got him at 9 under for the tournament. He is tied right now with Justin Rose, who came in with a head of steam, 7 under for the day for Rose. He caught Furyk. They're both at 9 under, 2-stroke lead heading into tomorrow's final round. The Indian Bridgestone Invitational wrapped up today in Akron, and the winner was certainly not a guy you'd have picked going into this. Shane Lowry, who did start the day in third place, fired a 4 under for the round to surge into the top spot. Now, Jim Furyk and Justin Rose, they were co-leaders when the day started. Both shot a 2 over. They tumbled to third place as Lowry went on to win it by 2 strokes at 11 under.
I don't think there was any point out there that I thought I couldn't win. I thought I was right in the driving seat most of the day. I mean, this is probably one of the toughest golf courses, especially in this condition. How firm it was this week that we play all year. So to shoot 11 under par on this golf course is, it just shows a lot about my game, that it's good enough to compete at any level.
If he's Thurman Thomas, you get him the ball every darn play. Final round of the Bridgestone Invitational played out today at Firestone, and it was not Jim Furyk or Justin Rose, the co-leaders at the start of the day, that would win this. It was the Irishman, Shane Lowry. He shot a 4 under for the round to claim the top spot at 11 under and pull off the upset.
And this is probably one of the toughest golf courses, especially in this condition. How firm it was this week that we play all year. So to shoot 11 under par on this golf course it just shows a lot about my game, that it's good enough to compete at any level.